Oh man, you're what it is. Welcome to another episode of Leaf is the League. Follow that right there. YouTube.com/@ Leaf4788. Y'all already know what the TikTok is. Shout out to my man Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. We're gonna get right into it, man. I was having a conversation uh with Chilltown Hoops. Shout out to Chilltown Hoops, and he got me thinking. What are the top 10 NBA MVP seasons? Top 10. Top 10. And NBA MVP seasons, man. That's what I'm thinking about. That's what's going on right now. But I'm gonna bring it up here in a second, man. So because we got a lot of seasons to go through. So so for all y'all numbers heads, man, this episode is really for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into it, man. Y'all already know what the TikTok is. Lee4788, man. Let's go. Yeah, man. This ought to be a good one. This ought to be a good one. So let's go right to it, man. The top 10 MVP seasons. Top 10. Let's go right into it, man. I ain't gonna be crazy long winded with it, but so the MVP seasons. It's a long list. It's a long list, man. So you got some of the top tiers ones. I ain't gonna lie, man. You listen. You could go. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't even. I don't know. I don't know, man. So I mean, listen. So I mean, look. That's the. It's an interesting list. It's an interesting list to me, bro. Like I think me personally, um, I don't know, but I try to find some websites that got some lists, man. I think what's gonna happen is a lot of people are gonna go with numbers, or people are gonna go with like the season as a whole for all time runs. You know what I'm saying? So who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows? So this is not my list. I'm gonna pick a list from just a random website, fadeawayworld.net. Pick a random list from here. Just to read it off for y'all real quick, man. Hold on a second. I'm gonna just pick a random list. So this was updated in 2023 last year. So remind you, it's missing two MVPs already. So I'm gonna just let it rock. So an honorable mention for a top 10 MVP season, 2004 MVP Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett that year is giving you about 24, 14, and 5 that year off of very good defense. 1.5 steals, 2.2 blocks per game. He also helped lead the Minnesota Timberwolves, which ironically 20 years ago was to their last conference finals. That was their only other conference finals that they led to. Best record in the league. Kevin Garnett was leading the league in rebounds that year. He had 71 games with at least 10 plus rebounds. Um, First rebounding title out of four he would have in his career. So led them to 58 wins among one of their best seasons ever. So definitely gotta plug into Kevin Garnett, man, for that. So for sure, for sure. Next up, who we got? Next up, who we got? Next up, we got. So to start the list, we're gonna start at number 10. That Fatal World has number 10, 2001 MVP. That would be Allen Iverson. 31 points per game, about close to 4 rebounds, close to 5 assists, 2.5 steals. I think AI led the league in steals and points per game that year. This is one of his 4 scoring titles. AI did, that was one of his 7 All NBA selections. If I'm not mistaken, this is probably the only time he made first team All selection. This team obviously went to the finals. Um, 2 games with 50 points or more that season, and 17 games with 40 points or more that season. Obviously they ran through the West, they ran through the East, got to the NBA Finals, but they ran into Shaq, Kobe, and the Lakers. So everybody know how that went down. So, but definitely was not really expecting this. But my thing is like what's really is the criteria for a top 10? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I need to know. What's really a criteria for a top 10 MVP seasons? Because I don't really know. Be honest with you, I don't really know. I can't really undisclose like a true top 10. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows, man? So I gotta undisclose like a real true top 10. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna be long winded with this video. So like I'm gonna try to just get through it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, AI is at number 10 with 2001 MVP. So coming in at number 9, 1964 MVP, that would be the big O, Oscar Robertson. That year he was averaging 31 points per game, close to 10 rebounds, and 11 assists, almost a triple double. Oscar was known as a triple double king during that time. I don't know what Cincinnati did that year, but I dig a little bit more and find out. So if I had to say Cincinnati that year, they had finished with 55 wins. That was second in the Eastern Division, and they made it to the second round of the playoffs, where they were eliminated by the 76ers. If I'm not mistaken, that 76ers team had who did they have on that 76ers team? They had Hal Greer on that 76ers team. That they lost to Hal Greer, Chet Walker, and the Philadelphia 76ers that year. They managed to beat the ball. No. They beat the excuse me, they beat the 76ers that year. They lost to the Boston Celtics, who ended up I guess winning the whole thing that year. So it was only a couple rounds. So yeah, so the, Oscar led that team to about 55 wins, and then it was kind of downhill from there. So but Oscar, that team was first in the league in offense rating, second and fourth in the league of defensive rating that year. So Oscar, the big O, coming in at number 9. Let's see. The next one up. Oscar coming in at number 9. So the next one up, number 8, 2017, and which is a lot of people's favorite, which will go in a lot of people's favorite seasons. 2017 MVP, Wade Cook, Russ, 31. The first triple double average since Oscar did it. 31, 10, and 10. Led the league in scoring, led the league in assists. 1.6 steals per game, 0.4 blocks. He literally just carried. That was a all time. I had to be one of the most premier seasons, one of the premier seasons in NBA history, man. That was Russ coming right out as a clear cut number one and just carrying that team, man, to the promised land, man. He carried that team to the playoffs to the 7th seed, and be honest with you, I don't think he looked back. You know what I'm saying? Led that team to 47 wins. Russ was incredible that year. Russ was absolutely incredible that year. Um, that year, man, what led the league in scoring. Didn't lead the league in assists that year. That was my bad. That was Harden. But he was averaging 10 and a half, averaging 5.4 turnovers. Shooting 42% from the field, 34% from three. If I'm not mistaken, that was his highest 3-point percentage still to this day, and 84% from the free throw line, close to 85%. That was his highest shooter splits from three and from the free throw line. Russell was a madman that year. He was out of control that year. So definitely gotta applaud Russ for that. One of the all time greatest seasons in NBA history for sure. So coming in at number 8, that's definitely Russ. So coming in at number 7. Do I got it right on number 7? Number 7, 1971 MVP season. That will belong to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was averaging close to 32.16 rebounds and 3.5 assists. Kareem, if I'm not mistaken, won it all that year. That was a Milwaukee Bucks first championship that year, also alongside with Oscar Robertson. Kareem could do no wrong, man. Kareem came out the gate, guns blazing, man. You know, second season in the league, was just he was just a monster, absolute monster. Also one of the greatest teams in NBA history. That Milwaukee Bucks team won 66 games on their way to an NBA championship. On their way to an NBA championship, they beat the San Francisco Warriors, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Baltimore Bullets. So to win their first NBA championship, Kareem was absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, man. I think what Kareem did that year, and to cap off uh with a Finals MVP as well. So if I'm not mistaken, he capped off that year winning the Finals MVP as well. So in the playoffs that year, he was averaging 26.6 points, 17 rebounds, 2.5 assists. They didn't count blocks or steals during that time. Shooting 51% from the field. Kareem was just out of line that year. He was just totally out of pocket. You know, and helping that team win his first NBA championship alongside Oscar Robertson. So Kareem Abdul-Jabbar comes in at number 7 on the fadeaway world list. At number 6, we got 1996 MVP season from your airness, Michael Jordan. 96, Jordan was averaging 30, six and a half, 6.6 rebounds, 4.3 assists, 2.2 steals, and half of a block. Obviously, we already that team that year. Obviously, everybody knows the '96 Bulls, one of the greatest teams of all time. Jordan that year could do no wrong, man. Jordan that year, 72 wins for that Bulls team. Um, just absolutely phenomenal, just around the board. And in the playoffs, that team also won a championship, one of his six championships, on his way to the second three-peat. Jordan continued that play in the playoffs where he was leading the playoffs and scoring with 30 points, four assists, 5 rebounds, um, shooting 45% from the field, 40% from three, and 81% from the free throw line. Just an amazing team that year, man. I've enough said, man. Like, listen, it's Jordan. I could how what could one more can you really say? It's Jordan. So Michael Jordan is at number 6. Coming in at number 5, you got Wilt Chamberlain, a 1960 MVP season. I thought it was going to be another season, but they wanted to rank this one. So number 5 is the 1960 MVP Wilt Chamberlain, 37 points per game, 27 rebounds per game, 2.3 assists. Wilt that year was absolutely phenomenal. That was probably statistically his best MVP year. The year that he was averaging 50, he didn't win. He did not win MVP. So the year that he was this was also in this year. Ironically, Wilt had won Rookie of the Year. Wilt had won Rookie of the Year and MVP that season, and was averaging 33 and 25 in the postseason as well. So Wilt, man, was just doing numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like Wilt was just always doing numbers. That Warriors team that year had won 49 games with Wilt, and they had lost in the second round of the playoffs to the Boston Celtics eventually. That was heating up that Boston Celtics championship run. So Will just still is coming in at number 5. Will Chamberlain easy. At number 4, we got the Diesel coming in with the 2000 MVP season. That's Shaq O'Neal. Shaq was averaging damn near 30, 14, and 4, or for 3 blocks as well, and half a steal. Obviously this was the start of Shaq and Kobe's Lakers three-peat. This team this year, Shaq also won Finals MVP. Shaq also won All-Star Game MVP. Shaq was just phenomenal across the board, man. Just phenomenal. Shaq that year, if I'm not mistaken, he led the league for probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, one of his 10 years of leading the league in a field goal percentage. That year he shot 57% from the field, 29 points per game, 29.7 points per game, damn near 30. And Shaq was just a man amongst boys, man. Shaq somehow finished top 10 in most improved player of the year. I don't know how that's even a thing, but Shaq in 23 games in the playoffs averaged 30 and 15, 3 assists, 2.5 blocks, 56% from the field, on his way to his first NBA championship and his first of three Finals MVPs. Shaq O'Neal coming in at number four on the list. Number four on the list for Shaq O'Neal. So yeah. Number three. Oh, this is some head right here. This is some head from Fatal World. I thought y'all was gonna be better than this. You got the 2016 MVP season of Steph Curry. Steph that year was averaging 37 and 5 off of two steals a game. Obviously, that 73 Warriors, 73 win Warriors team who did not win the championship. They ran all the way to finals only to get done up by the NBA. Steph that year was phenomenal though. I can't sleep on Steph. Steph also still to this day is not only the only but the first unanimous MVP winner that year. Steph had won unanimous MVP. That was part that capped off his back-to-back MVP seasons, which he averaged 30 points in 34 minutes. He shot 50, 40, 90 from the field, and that was the only time in his career that he has done that. Steph Steph didn't have that great of a postseason. The fall off was kind of wild. Dropped down to 43% from the field. 40 still shot 40% from three, 91%, but they're on their way to not winning an NBA championship, on their way to the finals and losing to the NBA. So Steph does come in at number three. Number two. Number two, 2013 MVP, LeBron James. 27 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, almost 2 steals and a block that year. LeBron on Miami, who you guys remember got saved by Ray Allen in the NBA. LeBron that year could do no wrong as well. He was on his way to phenomenal season. That year he shot 56% from the field, 40% from three, imaginary 40% from three somehow, and to 75% from the free throw line. But LeBron James that year, who could do no wrong. Also in the playoffs, in his playoff run, he was averaging 26 points, 6.6 assists, 8.4 rebounds, 49% from the field, 37% from three, and 77% from the free throw line in 23 games on their way to being handed an NBA championship. So LeBron James comes in at number two. At number one on Fadeaway World's top 10 MVPs list, drum roll, it goes to the 1988 MVP season, which is the birth year of yours truly. That will go to Michael Jordan, who was averaging 35 points per game, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 3.2 steals, almost 2 blocks a game. Michael Jordan that year. If y'all ready for this, if I'm not mistaken, Michael Jordan that year had won. Not only was he leading the league in scoring, he was leading the league in steals. He won MVP, All-Star MVP, All-Star Game MVP. He won Defensive Player of the Year, and he won the MVP that year. That Chicago Bulls team, however, only made it to the second round, and in 5 games, they were shown the door by the Detroit Pistons, who won the East and eventually lost to the Los Angeles Lakers. So Michael Jordan that year was absolutely phenomenal. His playoff run, he was averaging 36 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 53% from the field, and shooting 86% from the free throw line. So that caps off that whole tired ass damn list. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm gonna do some tears today. Try to do something today real quick. Um or I'm gonna try to do it next time, but I'm gonna try to get a tier list going. I'm gonna try to go to tier list going. Uh, I'm gonna try to get some tier lists going. So yeah. Hold on a second, man. I'm gonna try to get a tier list going. So I'm gonna try to get a tier list going. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get a tier list going, but yeah, I'll see what I can do about this tier list that I got. See if I could get something going with this tier list. But let's see. Let's see. So I'll try to see if I could get a like a tier list going. Try to see if I could get me a tier list going or whatever. Hold on. I'll try to see. Hold on. Let's see if we can get like a tier list going or something, man. So yeah. Uh, try to see if we could get a tier list going. So I'm gonna do a tier list. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to do it just now. Hold on. Yeah. So let's try this. So this is gonna be the tail list right here. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. So yeah, man, this is what we got. Deuces.